You're watching Carolina and Company Live. With your host, Cecil Chandler. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It is a Monday. Hope everybody had a weekend. I know the Clemson fans are still partying, and they'll be getting ready for Alabama to be playing in that big football tournament. So we got a lot going on. A lot going on today. We got a fun show lined up. A lot of fun stuff just for you. But right now, a lot of people are saying, let me check on that weather and find out how cold it's going to be. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, you asked for this cold weather. I want cold weather because I was tired of it being hot all the time. But now the cold weather's here, and guess what the first thing we say? I wish it was summer again. No, I'm just kidding. I can deal with the cold weather for a little while. All right, let's find out a little bit about today. This is the first Monday of January, January 4th, and this is Trivia Day. And it's also Free Flower Basket Day. Now, do not try that by going by a flower shop and picking up a basket. Yeah, you may end up in jail. Birthdays today, let's check it out. 1937, there she is, Diane Cannon. At 78 years old, the lady is still looking good. In the movies Ted and Alice, you remember that one, a funny show. Heaven Can Wait, Caddyshack, and Diamond Girl. 1975, Jill Marie Jones, she's 41, the sitcom Girlfriends, and appeared in the music video Got Your Back. 1977, Graham Elliott, 39, the celebrity chef on Iron Chef America and Top Chef Masters. And now that's the way I like to see a chef, fat, because he eats his own food. All right, today in history, let's go back to 1936. Billboard magazine publishes its first music hit parade in 1936. 1954, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, records a 10-minute demo in Nashville. And then later on, of course, he becomes the king of rock and roll. Coming up Friday will be Elvis's birthday, and if he was still here, he'd be 80 years old. We'll have more about that, too. All right, from the Know-It-All Department, you ready? Who do you think was the clumsiest president of all times? Anybody know? Just holler it out. Nobody? Clumsiest president. Abe Lincoln? Nah. Clinton? No. Hoover? No. Y'all all missed it. Gerald Ford. Don't you remember? Everywhere he walks, he's stumbling, he falls down. Gerald Ford was the clumsiest president. He was known to trip and fall often while he was president. Getting in the car, walking onto a stage, or whatever, he would always fall. The clumsiest president, Gerald Ford. How about that? We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about making you look nice. That's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to talk a little bit about the North Strand Housing Shelter, the big concert they've got coming up. American Cancer Society, and today, of course, is National Spaghetti Day. That's right, spaghetti. And we got Rotelli's on the show. We'll be talking about spaghetti. We'll be tasting some spaghetti, and we're going to have a great time today. All right, you stay with us. We'll be right back with a lot more. And, of course, that's where I get all my clothes, from Butler's over there in Florence, a great place with top-quality clothing if you're looking for it. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit about Ocean's Edge Salon and Spa, located right there in Surfside. And I've got Courtney and Kenneth with me. All right. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right, that's good. All right, now I know, massages. What all do y'all do, Courtney? Tell me.
We do all aspects of hair.
Yeah.
We do extensions, keratin treatments, which I have a keratin in my hair right now, and it is the best thing going. Like you were saying you were having a bad hair day. Yeah. You can literally wake up and just run a brush through or hit it with a flat iron for 2 seconds, and you're perfect. No frizz. Takes 90% of the curl out, 100% of frizz. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
and it
good.
lasts about 4 months.
All right. Now, what else do y'all do?
We do massage, facials, microdermabrasion, chemical peels, waxing, and facial threading.
Oh, okay. I think I need a facial, when you're getting older. But you see them here working on the hair.
Yep.
Y'all can do just about everything. That is
Just
what's
about
so
everything.
neat about this. And you're located right there on Surfside Drive.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right near where the cleaners and all's located.
Yep, and the
right?
sundown.
Yep, right next
Yep,
to
sundown and
Yep.
everything over there. All right, now Kenneth, what do you do? What do you do when you're there?
I'm kind of the support, kind of the cheerleader, if you will. I just help out as best I can, make sure the clients are satisfied, and make sure the staff's taken care of. And
so what you're telling me is you wash the windows, sweep the floor, and do whatever else needs.
I do a lot of that as well.
That's
absolutely.
a lot of it doing that.
He
You
does
don't do any
everything.
hairstyling, do you?
I'm not a stylist.
Oh,
no.
you're not?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering about that. Do you get a massage once in a while?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said no. We have a fantastic licensed massage therapist who does a great job. So yes, I do take advantage of that from time to
Well,
time.
that's pretty good. Now, all right. Now, Courtney, how long have you been in business now, in the hair business?
Myself, personally, I've been in about 10 years. Yep.
Okay.
And I've been at Ocean's Edge for 4 years.
All right. Now, you enjoy that? It's a good kind of work. I mean,
Oh.
it's a happy work.
It's amazing. That's the biggest thing about our salon is that we're such a family. We're actually going on a little vacation this weekend to the mountains with their staff. I mean,
That's neat.
we're all so tight, and you know, everybody has a good time when they come, and there's lots of laughing.
Absolutely. One thing that sets us apart from some of the other bigger box salons is when a client comes in and sits down in a chair with one of our stylists, you can really see that there's the passion with the stylist when they consult with them. It's not just coming in real quick to you know, get your hair done. They actually do what you're asking for. They listen to you to find out what it is exactly you want and do their absolute best to deliver on that. And that's one thing that sets us apart from some of those others.
Well, that's the good part, talking to somebody and learning what they want. And you got people that come back all the time, right?
Oh,
Courtney?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Repeat customers?
Absolutely. We're mostly appointment based. We do take walk-ins, but we have a nice clientele there that are very loyal to us. And just so I just want to also make it aware that we're not just for women. We have a huge male client base as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
doubt.
Thank y'all both for being here. We
No,
do
thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having us.
Check it out,
Absolutely.
Ocean Edge Salon and Spa, right there on Surfside Drive, like you turn off 17 heading toward the pier. They'll be on the left there.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
Love
you
to
very
see
much.
Thank you.
We got a lot more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back, Carolina and Company Live on a Monday. Thank you so much for being with us. All right, now we're going to talk a little about the North Strand Housing Shelter. You know, they provide food and all that stuff, and they had a fire not too long ago. Now they got a big fundraiser coming up, and Melissa is with me. Now, talk a little bit about what happened there at the shelter.
Well, they had a fire that was in the veterans section of the housing shelter that displaced several of the veterans. And so there's a need to raise the funds to recoup from that fire and get that back on track. So
right.
we're
Well,
doing...
They do a lot for people out there. I mean, really, it's unbelievable. And y'all got coming up, tell us what it is.
We have the TAMs playing at Maxwell's behind Billy the Kids, and that's going to be January the 23rd. And there's a live and silent auction, 50-50 draw. It's a prime rib dinner. Tickets are $35 or 2 for $60, and it's going to be a fantastic night because they're great entertainers, and Red's going to be there, and we're looking forward to it.
So you're talking about you're going to get a prime rib, and you get to see the TAMs.
Yes, and you also get your first drink free on the house, and so that's good.
That's pretty good. All right, now this, you know, the shelter's been around for a good while, and when something like this happens, the community always steps up to help.
Yeah, the shelter has done such a marvelous job as far as helping homeless people, not only just homelessness, but families that are actually living out of their cars with children. So Dana Black and Mike, they do a great job out there, and we try to help them all that we can. And so with this fundraiser, it's going to help them get in, you know, in front of the ball again, I hope. And also the end of the month, they're going to do a ladies' luncheon. The TAMs will be like a couple shag, a good night to get out and shag.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, January the 30th,
Right.
we're doing a ladies' luncheon at the Dunes Golf and Beach Resort. And those are $35 a ticket. And that'll be a great cake auction, door prizes, and entertainment. And that's for all the ladies. And I've been going to that for about 3 years. And that's a wonderful get-together for the shelter, just for women. And so we're hoping with these two fundraisers that we can help them out and get them going and provide the funds they need to recover from the fire and to continue to help homelessness. You know, we're only one paycheck away from homelessness, if you think about it. You know, it's not just homeless people in, under a bridge. It's people like you and I that
it can happen.
Just
I mean,
happen
there's been a lot of
hard times.
A lot of people are having some bad times right now with funds.
So we hope that you'll all come out and support this wonderful cause and help Dana and the North Strand Housing Shelter get back on their feet.
All right, tell them the date real quick on
well,
this one.
For the TAMS, that's January the 23rd. It's on a Saturday night at Maxwell's at Billy the Kids, and we're looking forward for you to come out and give a good night of sharing and auction items. And
so bring some money and let's
just have a wonderful evening, a big celebration to raise money for a great cause.
Well, Lisa, thanks for being on the show. We appreciate
Thank you, Cecil.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. Don't forget, before the show's over, it is Spaghetti Day, and we got spaghetti coming up, too, in a little bit. All right, we'll be right back with a lot more. And welcome back. All right, January starts the 2016 American Cancer Society's kickoff Relay for Life events, and they're going to be starting up all over the area. And Chinella is with us right now to talk more about this, because we need a lot of people to get involved in this, don't we?
Yes, we do. We absolutely do. Relay for Life is an event that's been going on since 1985. It started way in Tacoma, Washington, and so it's been going on for over 30 years now. And there's over 5,600 Relay for Life events throughout the United States and over 1,000 throughout the country, because cancer doesn't care about the equator. It doesn't care about what country you live in. Cancer's going to come. And so it takes all of us to get together and raise money that's going to help the research, help the programs and services for people who have cancer, but help our researchers to find that cure. And I pray that one day my grandchildren never have to hear the words, you have cancer.
Me too. All right, now, when's the first events coming up?
Well, I handle the Florence, Darlington, Marion, Loris, Green Sea Floyds, and Hemingway, Johnsonville. Those are the areas that I handle. So our first kickoff is in Florence on January the 14th, and that will be followed by our kickoff in Marion, which is on the 19th. Then we'll head down to Hemingway, Johnsonville on the 25th, and then we're going over to Loris on the 28th. And let me not forget about Darlington. Darlington will be on the 19th of January. Right. So I handle those 5 events, and I'm the only paid staff partner.
Well, yes, a lot
Relay
of work.
for Life is a volunteer-driven event. So I need as many volunteers as possible to help us put this event together.
All right, now, people can still get involved in all of this stuff, too, and it's a little different than it used to be. You don't have to walk all night.
No, you don't have to walk all night, because we realize that people's lives have changed, and it's different now. It started off as a 24-hour event, actually, but now the events are anywhere from 6 to 24 hours. My events actually are from 6 to 12 hours. A lot of your college events, like Coastal Carolinas, they have a 24-hour event.
They raise a lot of money.
They raise a lot of money. They absolutely do.
That's amazing.
Absolutely do. And Relay for Life kickoff events will be also happening in the Little River, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach area. That's handled by my partner, Troy Matheny.
Okay, now they can go to the website. Tell them what website.
They can go to the website, relayforlife.org, put in your zip code, and it will tell you where there's a Relay for Life event anywhere near you. I'm from big town Philadelphia, and I never knew about Relay for Life until I moved here to South Carolina 15 years ago.
Well,
and now when I put in my old zip code, there's about over 24 Relay for Life events.
They happen everywhere now.
Everywhere.
Well, thank you for being on the show today.
Well, thank you.
I do appreciate it. We'll get back with you and let you come back and do some more, okay?
Great, thank you.
All right, we got a lot more coming up. Don't forget, Relay for Life is starting up everywhere. Check the internet and find out where you can get involved, because raising money to fight cancer, it's a big deal. All right, thanks a lot. Coming up, yes, sir, it is Spaghetti Day. That's next. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. You know, we love to feature food on the show when there's a National Something Day or something. Well, it's National Spaghetti Day, and we're right out here across from the college, so we went over to Rotelli's, and Mike is here, and we're going to talk about spaghetti. All right, now, running an Italian restaurant, how popular is spaghetti?
Spaghetti is one of the most popular American dishes, and spaghetti and meatballs actually is an American version of the Italian dish. They don't really do spaghetti and meatballs in Italy. It started out with spaghetti and just butter and Parmesan.
Right, like this one. That's what it first started out with, right?
And most people think China invented noodles. It was actually invented in Sicily in the 12th century, a century before Marco Polo was born and went to China.
Wow,
and
I
then
didn't know that.
tomatoes came
All
in the 18th century.
All right, going over to this one. Now, what is this one?
That is spaghetti alla puttanesca,
Oh, okay.
which they used to just take scraps of whatever was left,
Throw it in there.
toss it in there. Some onions, capers, a little bit of tomato, some garlic, some anchovies, a nice flavorful sauce, and then what Americans typically think of as spaghetti and marinara sauce.
That's the first thing that you think about now. But see, I'm the type of guy, I want some meatballs with my spaghetti. And when people order spaghetti, most of the time, they're going to say meatballs and spaghetti, right?
They are. Meatballs and spaghetti, or spaghetti and meat sauce are two of the favorites of Americans. And in Sicily, they'd throw just bits of meat. Actually, my grandmother, who moved here from Sicily, she would make a meat sauce but never meatballs because the cost involved in making meatballs. Because they had all large families and didn't necessarily have the means to get everything together to make the meatballs. And of course, Americans, we have a lot more money and we show ways to spend it. And
Some Americans do, yeah. Okay. Now your background, where are you from originally?
Michigan originally. I moved
Okay.
down here 17 years ago now and don't want to go back. This is cold enough for me.
You got that. All right, now the bread. Y'all make this fresh every day, is that right?
We bake our bread fresh every day. Everything on our menu we make from scratch to order.
Well, that's an important part about something when you offer it on the menu, because a lot more restaurants now. Somebody told me the other day, I was in the restaurant business for a while, somebody told me the other day, you can actually have a restaurant with a microwave. I said, you got to be kidding me. They said, no, you can buy all the stuff already made up and just heat it up and put it out.
Unfortunately, some do. I love the fact that I know everything that is in all of our dishes. Everything's made from scratch and no preservatives in anything, so it's a lot healthier for you, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to a place that uses a microwave, and you'll be able to tell, too, because Rotelli's has some great stuff, too. Mike, thanks for being here, my friend.
Thank you
Tell
for
them where
having
you're
me.
located, Rotelli's.
We're on Highway 501 directly across from coastal Carolina and Horry, Georgetown.
All right, thanks a lot, my friend. All right, we got more coming up, and yes, he did bring spaghetti for everybody. We'll be back. Oh, we're going to finish it from here. Is that right? All right, that's it for today. Tell them bye, Michael. We'll see you later. All right, I'm going to eat this one, I think. This is a good one.